Welcome to Hixun Drekon, here be dragons. So today, we're going to be taking a look at the King of Pantomime, Level Earth Observer, as he has put an end to the Flat Earth versus Globe Earth debate. So, let's check out this creation of pure genius, or not, and see what he has to say, and, I don't know, slap some facts on top of his claims here.
So what do you think the Earth is? Is it a globe in a vacuum? Or is it flat?
It's a globe.
Well, we're going to put an end to this silly, nonsensical debate today. Bear with me. First up, the globe Earth. One, you can't have an air pressure system reside next to a vacuum, so-called space, without solid separation. Fact. Large standing bodies of water don't have the ability to display convexity upon its surface. Fact. Tower cranes and pendulums do not have the ability to be dead still and plumb whilst doing ludicrous speeds in at least 4 different directions at the same time. Fact. Gravity, I'm going to use the word gravity, in which the mainstream describe what gives our visible vectors to our reality. Gravity doesn't cut it and doesn't save the globe because it's not man enough. In fact, gravity, the way reality presents itself to us, actually destroys the globe Earth theory because it can be overcome by a gentle breeze. So whatever is at play clearly isn't man enough to make the globe Earth reality, the globe Earth theory, a reality.
All right, so space is not a vacuum in the sense of a big Hoover that's just sucking everything up. It's not causing everything to just dissipate and spread as far apart as possible. If that was the case, there would be nothing in space, and we wouldn't have things like nebulas and just cloud gas, or, big old clouds of gas. We wouldn't have suns or anything. All that stuff would just dissipate. There would be no Jupiter. There would be no Saturn. So it's not a vacuum like a Hoover. It's just a lack of anything. And stuff, especially gases, will spread out as much as they can. But gravity still kind of holds them together, which is why we have big old clouds of gas out, in the universe. We can see it with telescopes. So it just... the gravity from them just kind of pulls it all in together. That's kind of what happens with the Earth. The Earth has gravity, which is pulling on all the nitrogen and oxygen, etc. But all that nitrogen and stuff is also pulling on the Earth while pulling on itself too. And what you end up with is closer to the Earth, you have a denser amount of it as there's a higher level of gravity. And then as you move further away, you start to get less amounts of gas because, well, you have less gravity. Hence, we end up with atmospheric pressure. Amazing, isn't it? As far as a pendulum, not being able to be still while the Earth is whipping around in all different directions, it's not still. Or is it? It depends where you're at. If you're standing on the Earth with the pendulum, it's going to appear to be still. It's moving with the Earth, which is moving with you, which is moving with everything around it. Should you step off the Earth and step back far enough, you're going to see that that thing is whipping around. But so is the Earth and everything on the Earth and everything around it. It's all relative. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. As far as, the water not being able to stick to the Earth, it works just like the atmosphere. Gravity is pulling on that water. And he says, well, a breeze can disrupt that. Yeah, when a breeze comes by, it whips up the water. You see the water fly up and down. Gravity is a really weak force. The thing is, things that exert gravity are really big, like the planet. Okay, Earth is really big, meaning it has a decent amount of gravity. It's still pretty weak for what it does. But here's the thing. Show me some wind in space. Where is this wind in space that would just whip all the water off? Now, we have solar wind, and you know what? It can do that exact thing. Look at Mars. Where did Mars's atmosphere go? Where did all the water go? Well, it got stripped away by the solar wind. Luckily, we have a big magnetic field around the Earth, which, well, kind of diverts all the plasma coming off the sun, all that solar wind, and kind of sends it around us. So it doesn't strip the water and the atmosphere right off of the planet. I mean, this is stuff that we learned in high school, maybe even before. I can't really remember. It's been like, I don't know, like 20 some years. So, you know. Anyways, let's continue here.
Fact. And now flat Earth. Now I've used the words flat Earth in the title of my videos in the past, mostly to trigger automated knee-jerk reactions out of the general public who react in a certain way, spouting mantras they have no idea what they're saying or why they're saying it. And that used to be a great lever point where I used to highlight. But I stopped using those words a long time ago because it became obvious that it was at the detriment of having to deal with fantasists who believe the propaganda that's been attached to the loaded words that are flat Earth. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look, you type in flat Earth, you get all sorts of ridiculous things. I mean, what's this here? You've got a flat Earth disc with a dome on it that's leaking all around the edges. And this dome with a leaky, this flat Earth with a leaky dome is hovering in a heliocentric vacuum. Again, that wouldn't work, would it? That's just ridiculous. Because if the water was leaking...
He's actually making a point here. I'm interested to see where this is going. I haven't seen this video yet. But I know it's not going to go the way I'm hoping it's going to go. Or is it? I'm hoping for some entertainment, so we'll see.
That would mean the air pressure system within that pizza dish pantomime would also be leaking. And it just wouldn't work if it's residing in the vacuum of space. Ridiculous. So we scroll down and we look at what is flat Earth. And it's just as ridiculous. Probably not quite as ridiculous as the globe, but essentially what is being presented to the general public that is the flat Earth is a ridiculous heliocentric vacuum space.
These are flat earthers presenting this. Just to make it clear, it's not globe earthers making up this ridiculous flat earth thing and putting it out there, in case that's what he's going to suggest. This is what flat earthers truly believe in. That dome. I don't know how they got the idea that there's a big dome over it, but they swear there's a dome over the planet. Yet, there's also a big ice wall and a whole bunch of other flat earths all around it. Who knows?
Pantomime realm, and then sticking some propaganda in the middle of that. The reason they make it look so stupid and have to go about it this way is because the globe's so retarded. They have to make this look even more retarded to then give the globe some sort of validity. Oh, well, they're both pretty retarded, but the globe seems a bit better. Well, here's the thing, guys. None of this tosh is reality. The globe Earth or the flat Earth. And when I say the flat Earth, I mean this tosh on our screens. Do you know who wins in this battle of globe Earth versus flat Earth? None of them. They're both ridiculous. If you want to know about the shape of the Earth, it's a scientific demonstrable fact that the Earth is level. And I don't mean the scientifically impossible level to the centre of my ball curved level nonsense that the globe fantasists think. No, level, where there's no deviation whatsoever from one point to another. Straight line level, okay?
So, if that's the case, I should be able to take pair of binoculars or a telescope and walk outside, head, a mile down the street to the beach, and I should be able to see China and Russia and whatever else is straight out there, Hawaii. But I can't. And the flat earthers will try to say that, oh, that's due to perspective. No, perspective is a way of drawing. It's an art form to draw something in 3 dimensions. It's not how the world actually operates. It should be flat out there. I should be able to see it. I can see the light from all the stars. I can see all the stars in the sky from billions of miles out there. I mean, these things are light years and light years and light years out. I can see them. I should be able to see China or Hawaii, Russia, etc. But I can't. I can't see anything. In fact, the ocean just kind of appears to stop. Like it's just drops off, which is kind of weird. So explain to me how that's level.
Okay? That is a demonstrable fact. That is demonstrably true. The Earth is demonstrably level. And both the globe Earth and this flat Earth representation, which is mostly heliocentric tosh anyway, blended with propaganda, this is nonsense as well. Okay? So debate over. There is no globe Earth. That's impossible and retarded. And I don't take anyone seriously who tries to convince me of silly things like spherical air pressure balls residing in a vacuum without solid separation. Those people are best ignored. The flat Earth has been tarnished.
So if that's the case, then show us proof. Stop saying that it can't be. Stop saying that you can't have an atmosphere around the planet. Stop saying you can't have water on the planet. Show us proof, and not by holding up a ball on the Earth where gravity is pulling down. I see them demonstrate this all the time. They have a ball, they're standing here, gravity's pulling down. Of course, water's going to pour off of it and fall down. In space, there is no down. It's floating there. So, show me how this actually works. Go ahead, get a zero-G flight. They're only a few $1,000s. Take your ball up there, put some water on it, and see what happens. Does it all fall down? I bet that's not going to happen. As long as you aren't like whipping it around and stuff with air currents and stuff like that, it's going to stick right there. Because, well, should be in space, there is no air current or anything else pulling around. So show me proof that this does not work. You can't. All you can do is say it doesn't work. That's not how science works. You can't just make a statement. You can't assert something with no evidence and expect everyone else to accept it. That doesn't work. Provide the evidence, and then we can talk. But I know you can't provide any evidence. It's impossible because we know it's not level, it's not flat. It is a big floating ball. Spheroidish, potato kind of thing, if you want to call it that, whatever.
The words, and as a result, I reject them. I've highlighted this many times. And you'll notice, many of the long-term viewers will notice, globe propagandists desperately trying to attach this nonsense to my claims because they know demonstrable reality.
No, these are flat earthers creating this stuff. It's got nothing to do with globe earthers. This is all flat earthers. Go look at look at any of the flat earthers. This is what they're pushing. So what I'm hearing is that all the globe earthers are wrong. All the flat earthers are wrong. Only Level Earth Observer is right. He's the only person on this planet smart enough to be right. I call that narcissism. I mean, this man drives a crane.
Makes a mockery of their own fantasies. So the winner in this so-called debate is demonstrable reality. Tested and verified by all, highlights the fact the globe's impossible, and also highlights the fact that this is nothing but flat earth propaganda. Put there by the mainstream to give delusional fantasists some glimmer of hope that their impossible globe earth bizarrely has some kind of validity. Sorry, you've been presented this silliness by the mainstream to do just that. Give some justification in your own mind that your fantasy world, your globe earth is real, when really it's quite frankly one of the most ridiculous, retarded theories I think I've ever come across. The winner, demonstrable reality. Have a good one, everyone.
So, yeah, no, I'm going to say the winner here is, well, the globe earth. Until someone can show actual evidence for all these claims that they're making. You know, show actual real evidence, not, you know, taking apart a video and finding little artifacts in it and stuff. Let's see real, actual evidence. Let's see math. Let's see models. They can't do it because it doesn't exist. It's a globe. That's it. Anyways, this one was kind of short. So let's jump on to something else kind of amusing. We're going to take a look at Sean Hannity from a portion of the DeSantis and Newsom debate. And I just want to point out something that the Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, have been saying that just makes zero sense. So let's take a look at this. So, for those not really familiar with the United States and stuff, live elsewhere, this is Fox News. It is a very right-wing news channel. They've gotten in a lot of trouble for spreading false information. They've been sued and lost. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of Fox News, So, let's see what he has to say here.
Joe Biden's message to illegal immigrants during his campaign was, let them come. I'd have the tape, but I said I wouldn't play the tape. And since taking office, Biden said he's gotten control of the border. Vice President Kamala Harris, Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas, Biden's press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre have all said the border is either secure or the border is closed. Yet the Border Patrol says, well, guess what? They have been a record 6.5 million encounters with illegal immigrants and so-called asylum seekers at the border since President Biden took office. The administration says, well, they don't know how many people actually are in the country illegally. Gentlemen, the American people, I ask you, I believe it's your...
Okay, so 6.5 million encounters on the southwest border. Okay, and then there's another 2.8 million notices to appear. So 6.5 million encounters. They're saying that since there were 6.5 million encounters, that there is an issue with immigration. There is a problem with people just getting through the border. The border is not secured because there's 6.5 million encounters. Encounters mean law enforcement encountered someone coming across the border illegally and stopped them. That's 6.5 million cases of the Border Patrol or law enforcement doing their job and preventing illegal alien from crossing the border. How does that equate to being bad? How does that show that the border is not secure? I don't understand this stuff. It's, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. Gonna throw up one more thing here. I do have it up on my channel, just a small one, but here again happened as I was walking this morning, going to the gym. I walked up, I came across this guy in his tent, sealed up, again with a campfire inside the tent. Sealed up and stuff. Guy's inside of his tent with a campfire inside of it. So I'll play that as I close out here. If you guys want to see me react to the entire Newsom and DeSantis debate, I'll go ahead and do it. But it's like an hour, 20 minutes, which is going to make it even longer if I start making comments. But, I am more than willing to do it, although I think a lot of people are going to. So let me know if you want me to do that or not. I'm up to it. But I haven't really watched the whole thing yet. I've just seen parts of it. Anyways, have a great day.